This is a killer show full of killer revelations. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking Killing Eve moments. For this list, we'll be looking at the most surprising scenes from this thrilling series, which constantly sneaks up on us with its dramatic twists and dark comedy. If you're not caught up on the first 3 seasons, keep in mind that there will be spoilers. Number 10. Carolyn Cracks. Carolyn Martins is usually the most level-headed person in the room, or at least the most low-key.
For God's sake, will someone tell me what's going on?
Even in the wake of Kenny's death, she keeps her emotions in check. Carolyn's repressed grief finally takes over after she sees a video of Konstantin with Kenny right before he died. With Carolyn holding him at gunpoint, Konstantin claims that he was attempting to save Kenny by bringing him into the 12.
I was trying to save him, I swear.
Yet he died.
He got scared. He kept stepping back. I tried to stop him, but he fell before I could do anything.
Whether or not this is true, Carolyn is ready to pull the trigger as she presses the barrel up against Konstantin's head. At the last second, Carolyn shoots Paul instead, despite the information he had. Actress Fiona Shaw finds an unlikely balance as a woman losing control while still being in complete control of her actions. Number 9. Konstantin's heart attack. Serving as a father figure of sorts, Konstantin is among the few people Villanelle actually cares about.
Let's face it, Villanelle, I'm a prick. And the only thing I'm waiting for is another prick too. Another prick too.
Even at her most affectionate, though, Villanelle is still pretty cold-blooded. With the pressure bearing down on Konstantin, he suffers an abrupt heart attack at a train station.
Are you faking it? Get up! Get up.
As it becomes clear that he isn't faking, Villanelle shows legitimate concern for her handler. Nevertheless, the money remains her top priority.
You can't die on me now. How do I get the money? Where is the money?
I don't want to die.
I'll come back for you, I promise. But I need the money.
After getting the information, she prepares to leave Konstantin with a group of onlookers. Before splitting, though, Villanelle sincerely tells Konstantin that she doesn't want him to die.
I don't want to die.
Shut up. I don't want you to die either.
It's a heartless yet tender moment, bringing out the vulnerability in both Konstantin and Villanelle. Eve is also quick to ditch Konstantin after finding him, which is almost as shocking.
Where is she?
Number 8. Aaron Peel's self-reflection. A word of advice: if you tell Villanelle not to kill somebody, she's gonna do it anyway.
You know Aaron makes movies, Eve? I mean, they're not great. The murders are okay, but I want more story, you know?
Even so, we were not prepared for Aaron Peel's demise at her hands. Convinced that Villanelle is in danger, Eve interrupts her dinner with Peel.
You'll get bored with that. You'll never get bored here. I'll make sure of it. Neither of us will ever be bored again.
Eve's rescue attempt backfires, leaving Villanelle with 2 options. She can either take up Peel on his offer to join forces, or make good on the show's title and kill Eve. Once again, Villanelle finds herself armed with a knife while Eve fears for her own well-being.
Do you want to watch?
Yes.
Although she's promised the whole world, Villanelle chooses Eve, slitting Peel's throat instead. As if the scene wasn't jaw-dropping enough already, Villanelle makes Peel take a long, hard look in the mirror during his final moments. Number 7. Nico's neck. As quirky as this show can be, it does not take away from the shock value. At the beginning of this episode, Nico appears ready to start fresh in Poland. Looking to make things right with her estranged husband, Eve tracks Nico down. What Eve doesn't realize is that Dasha has been trying to create a rift between her and Villanelle. Stuck in the middle is Nico, who Dasha lures to a farmhouse with Eve not far behind. When Eve arrives, Dasha creeps up behind Nico with a pitchfork. Nico miraculously survives, as revealed in a subsequent episode.
I'm gonna find out why this happened to you, and I promise you,
Regardless, the sheer brutality of this moment still makes us cringe. Wherever Eve goes, chaos follows, so maybe she should stop following Nico. Number 6, a snap decision. Following a near-fatal confrontation with Eve, Villanelle winds up in the hospital.
Hey, do you speak English?
Auditor,
What is your name?
Gabriel.
While laid up, she forms a sort of friendship with her roommate Gabrielle, a teenager who lost his parents and half his face in a car accident.
Are you going to London now?
Yep.
To see your girlfriend? What if she stabs you again?
She won't.
Villanelle mostly views Gabrielle as a nuisance and means to an end. Before departing for London, though, she does have a heart-to-heart with him. Gabrielle tells Villanelle that he'd prefer death over going through a life with an eye patch.
I wish I died in the car, like everyone else. Would you want to spend your whole life like this?
Bringing him in for an embrace, the two share a sweet moment, until Villanelle puts him out of his misery. This could be seen as a mercy kill, showing that Villanelle does have a sentimental side. Of course, it's also possible that Villanelle just enjoys snapping necks. Number 5, death on the dance floor. As Eve's boss and close friend, we're led to believe early on that Bill Pargrave will be around for a while. Only 3 episodes in, however, Bill is given a sudden and savage send-off. After spotting Villanelle, Bill prevents her from boarding a train with Eve.
Kann ich fragen, wo Sie diesen Schal haben?
Villanelle is aware that she's being tracked and leads Bill to a club. It may be a public setting, but the loud music, dark lighting, and crowded dance floor make it a perfect place to take somebody out. Bill doesn't realize that he's walked into a trap until Villanelle makes eye contact, proceeding to stab him. Even if Eve could power through the horde of dancers, Bill is beyond saving at this point. Number 4, the bus fight and kiss. After Villanelle left Eve for dead, we all wondered when they'd see each other again. Their reunion comes practically out of the blue, as Villanelle casually approaches Eve on a bus.
Hi, Eve.
You never know how Eve is going to react when Villanelle shows up. We honestly weren't anticipating a fight to erupt in this case. Although Villanelle manages to pin her down, Eve retaliates with a kiss and a headbutt. Somehow, we can't imagine this scene playing out any other way. Was the kiss purely a distraction, though, or was it something that Eve's been wanting to do for a long time? Questions like this are precisely why their dynamic is so fascinating. Number 3, Kenny goes down.
Hello?
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! In all seriousness, Kenny's death was a gut-wrenching way to kick off Series 3. In a show full of dysfunctional characters, Carolyn's computer-savvy son always provided a good-natured presence. Kenny was perhaps too good for this world, however. Kenny's fate is sealed after somebody pays him an unexpected visit. When Eve shows up at the office, Kenny's nowhere to be found.
Hey, I'm here. Oh, I think I have your phone. Where are you?
Eve doesn't see Kenny fall off the roof, but she does hear him hit the ground. Like Bill, Eve is too late to save Kenny, finding his lifeless body bleeding on the pavement. While we're used to seeing people die on this show, Kenny is the most prominent player who's been dropped from the series' regular lineup. Number 2, Villanelle shoots Eve. By the end of Series 2, Eve is tempted to run away with Villanelle.
Why didn't you shoot Raymond?
You had it under control.
That all changes when Eve notices that Villanelle has been carrying a gun this whole time. Realizing that Villanelle manipulated her into killing Raymond, Eve decides to walk away for good.
You're ruining the moment.
What do you think is happening here?
Heartbroken, Villanelle would rather see Eve lying on the ground dead than watch her walk away.
You want me to be a mess. You want me to be scared. But I'm like you now. I'm not afraid of anything.
So she takes her gun and shoots Eve from behind. This isn't the first time things have turned violent between these two, but it was always a game in Villanelle's eyes. This is arguably the first time Villanelle intended to literally kill Eve. Although Villanelle is a trained assassin, Eve survives the shooting. We guess Villanelle's heart just wasn't in it. You'd think the show name was a spoiler, but it's such a layered show that it's definitely not what you think. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Villanelle's Amsterdam assassination.
Please forgive me. I am sick. I won't do this again. I promise. Please stop this. I love you. Sarah.
Irina, the bad driver. Villanelle shoots Konstantin.
But I have to do my job, and you understand that.
No.
Sana, no.
Blowing up the house. Villanelle clubs Dasha.
There you go.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Eve stabs Villanelle. Where Series 2 concluded with Villanelle shooting Eve, the roles were reversed at the end of Series 1.
Are you gonna kill me? Promise.
Promise.
Lying down on a bed together, Eve and Villanelle appear to finally be on the same playing field. It turns out that Eve has the upper hand, however, pressing a knife up against Villanelle's gut and ultimately shoving it in.
Wow. That's rude. Yeah. You can't. I can.
It takes a moment for Eve to process exactly what she's done, giving Villanelle a window to escape. The show is called Killing Eve, but this cliffhanger leaves Villanelle hanging on for dear life.
I'm coming out! I'm coming out!
Then again, Eve likely wouldn't have been this impulsive before Villanelle came into her life.
She has gone.
Where?
In that sense, perhaps Villanelle has already succeeded in killing Eve. Either way, Eve is forever changed. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.